Well, good morning, everybody out there in YouTube land. I hope you're fine and dandy. You find me laying in bed this morning. The kids have been up for a while. I've decided that they've drained the energy from my soul as well as my physical body, and therefore I'm just going to have a little extra lie-in. So it's day 4 of the lock-in now. You probably know that Boris Johnson, our Prime Minister, Matt Hancock, and one of our chief medical officers seem to have got the virus, so they're isolating themselves. Although I have it on good authority, the BBC, not that great, but I have it on some form of authority that Boris Johnson is still at the helm of the country, and he's trying to steer a safe course for us through this problem that we've all got at the moment. Excuse me, croaky morning voice. Yeah, it's not good, is it? It's not good, to say the least. But I do wish them all a swift and good and healthy recovery. I don't want to see anybody ill with this. I don't want to see anybody suffering with this. No one. A guy at Hazel's work has unfortunately been admitted to hospital. He's come down with it, and I don't think he's a very well man anyway. I think he suffers with a couple of underlying health problems. So that's very, very unfortunate. And I wish him all the best, and I wish him a speedy recovery, as I do everybody out there that's suffering from this virus that's going around. So, as I was saying, just to touch on yesterday's points, I'm not trying to underplay it. I'm not trying to undermine it or play it down, because it is quite a severe problem. And sadly, hundreds of thousands of people, millions of people are suffering from it, but hundreds of thousands particularly so that have seemed to have contracted it or caught it. But there are still glimmers of hope out there. There are still bright spots on the horizon, and I think we're moving towards them very, very fast. Another aspect that is lovely, as I was talking about yesterday, is the natural world and how it seems to be bouncing back, and Mother Nature seems to be getting back in her stride again and taking control of the situation. And that's a beautiful thing to see. I mean, even things that I don't know whether it was an absence of them or whether I'd just neglected to, or life was so fast that I'd neglected or hadn't heard them. But this morning, for example, I'm normally up at about 6, half 5, and I was awake about half 5, 5 o'clock this morning, and I could hear birds song out in the garden, which is something that I think I've probably not noticed due to the fact that life is so fast, and those things that shouldn't be important and aren't really important in the grand scheme of things were put before it. But I noticed it this morning, and it really, really cheered me up. It really, really put a smile on my face, and that with the sort of the taste of the dawn, because you can taste the air. I know something about spring air. I think anyway that there's something tangible about it that you can taste, and it was cool, and it was it was cool, quite cool out there, coming through the window, and the bird song as well, just absolutely beautiful. And silence in the background. Couldn't hear a car, no motorbikes, which is very unusual for the A10 when we have our windows open, because it is, as you know, a busy road. So that was good. And it did make me think, that I kind of guess, without being too hippie, that we've been out of step with Mother Nature in the world for so long, that we've been fighting her for so long. And now that she's had the chance to recuperate and recover, we're starting to notice the value of her, the beauty of her, and the important things in life, which is the natural world. and the natural order of things. And it's beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful. I mean, you know, we all go on holiday and we look at a sunset, or we'll look at a river, or we'll look at an ocean, or we'll look at the mountains, and we'll say, oh, they're amazing. But do we really take notice? Because literally after seeing it, 10 seconds later, it's in the back of your mind and gone. That bird song is in here now, permanently in here, as is the fact that the squirrels over in the little woodland over to the side of our house seem to be making more of an appearance. And I don't think it's me being, I don't think it's me looking for the good, because I'm not actually intentionally going out of my way to look for it. It's just there. I'm having more time to absorb the natural world, to see what's going on out there. And it's almost like watching the healing. And that's beautiful. That's amazing. And that's the most important thing of the positives out there. So yeah, I think it's about time we got back in step with Mother Nature and had a symbiotic relationship with her, rather than being completely parasitic. But I don't know. Maybe I don't know. But it is lovely. It's lovely to see those things. So I suppose I better get up now and just keep the kids entertained, because they've truly drained my physical and my soul. So yeah, I better crack on with the day, I guess. See you in a bit. What are you two doing this morning?
Fox is driving trucks.
You doing that truck game? Wait, enough of the violence. Enough of the violence.
I'm driving trucks and driving buses.
Wow, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
What are you driving trucks, Hazel? Or are you going to help me?
I don't know.
You're going to help me for a change?
Well, instead of driving trucks.
Instead of driving trucks.
There you go.
How are you this morning, Hazel?
I'm alright.
Hazel of the dishwasher. How are you? You good?
Alright, yeah, I've made Play-Doh, but neither of them played with.
Yeah, you've done the phonics with Fox.
I've done phonics.
What else have you done this morning? Jim, what's his name? Joe Wicks is not doing the thing this morning, is he? That's just a weekday thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
Cool. So you're on top of all the cleaning and tidying?
Excuse me?
So you're on top of all the cleaning and tidying?
Why would I be on top
I know it sounds like a malchauvinist thing to
It
say.
does very much so.
And it wasn't meant that way, please don't punch me. Anyway, I know for a fact that you won't hit me while there's a camera going. Will you?
I'll save it up.
Will you?
don't worry.
Will you? Will you?
I'll
Will
save
you?
it up.
Have you? Right. So we've got more exciting video for you, haven't we, Hazel? This is off the scale exciting though, isn't it? This is amazing. This is.
More exciting than Tales from the Hedge.
Say it again.
I think this is more exciting than Tales from the Hedge.
What, with the old used Johnny? Yeah, it is. It's much more exciting because today I'm venturing up to the end of the garden. Yes, like the explorer I am. And I'm venturing to what was the old children's playhouse, which is for some reason, Willow stopped using it and it's got a bit dilapidated. It's like one of those old creepy sheds that you find a serial killer lived in.
Cleared it out, they'll be in it all day.
Well, yeah, of course, but that's fine. That's fine. So what we're going to do, we're going to go up there now. We're going to clear out because it's become a dumping ground. So we can have a look and clear it out. God, you know what? This content is amazing. How I haven't got a billion subscribers, I'll never know. Before we commence with the emptying of the shed and the clearing of the rubbish, I'm going to give you a quick weather report. Bit cloudy, grey up there, little bit overcast, bit of a chilly breeze. That's it. That concludes the weather forecast from day 4 lockdown here, Hertfordshire, the UK, England, the world. What are you in, Hazel? Oh, is that a kettle you got? I couldn't have a tea, could I?
There's nothing in it.
Well, could you fill it up and put, could you make me another one? Look at that rubbish. There's some serious sorting out up here got to be done today.
I just love the flipping...
Why are you walking around with the kettle? Oh, I know.
Because I just...
Best not say. Something to do with, messy stuff. Right, let's crack on.
Yeah.
Hazel, I'm going to embarrass us now. I'm going to show them the contents of that shed and how well you've stacked it. Look at that. Look at that. That's amazing, isn't it?
It's not been stacked, has it? 'Cause
It clearly hasn't been stacked, no. God, there's an awful lot of stuff in there. Stuff that we've probably forgotten about. Look at it. Look at the mess in there. Wow. Dear, dear, dear. And that is what the rest of our house looks like. Hazel will kill me for saying that. Hazel doing a bit there for nature. She's rescued a big spider. Well, it's not that big to be fair, but very cute. What do you reckon? You're going to release him into the wild?
Well, I thought I might just...
What have you called him? Have you named him? You've got to name them.
No, I haven't got to name
Yes, you have. I'm naming him Dave.
All right,
Dave the spider.
you do that.
You sound very disinterested. There you go, Dave, as a bird comes down and nibbles him. Oh, you're like a wildlife rescue person. Right, the crap was in here. Dear, dear, dear. It's been like a little Aladdin's cave in there, hasn't it? What you found there?
Unused.
What is it?
You put sun cream in it.
Yeah,
And then the kids take it to school.
yeah. Oh,
And
what?
they can put it on themselves.
Oh, okay. There's no point in getting rid of them then if they're still unused.
They're all brand new.
Why is good quality stuff dumped in there?
Because
It's just been a dumping ground for the cars, isn't it, over the years?
yeah.
Really? Ah, you got my wooden crocodile in there, maybe come from Bali. Cool. Well, that's getting pride of place in the house.
Where?
I don't care. Where do you not want it to go?
In the house.
Then it's going in the house. But is there a particular spot in the house that you do not want it to?
Yes, I don't want it to go in the shed. Don't put it in the
All
shed.
right, it won't go in the shed then. I'll make sure it doesn't go in the shed. That's why I'm putting it in the house. Have I got to? Am I annoying you yet? Soft toys. Yeah, but you know what? We found. We've actually found evidence of little mices that are in there, little mices, and we found that Willow's old school dresses for some reason are in there. I think that was when Hazel got depressed and didn't want to wash anything, and what happened was they were put in there, and just inside there was a little nest made out of the part of the material. It was so sweet, so cute.
None of these toys have been shipped.
None of the toys, no. No, that's true actually. None of the toys have been. I think if we wash those, we can give them to some children's charity or charity shop or something.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, cool. Not that frog though. That dendrobate frog is. Oh, actually, no, it's not. It's a red-eyed tree frog, isn't it? Oh, I know a little kid who would appreciate that, and I'm going to give it to him.
Which
Yeah.
one?
Huh?
Which kid?
Friend of mine's a little boy. So yeah, he'll love that.
I like Little Red.
Little Red. She used to
She loved Little Red.
love Little Red. That was the best toy ever. She didn't want anything else, just Little Red. Mind you, she's got to have it saying, I don't want that toy, I just want this toy.
Yeah.
And then you get that toy, and it follows suit, doesn't it? No, I don't want that toy, I just want this toy. If I just had that toy, everything would be all right. Then you get that toy. Now, if I just had that toy, everything would be all right.
Don't throw Little Red away. We'll see if she remembers it.
Mm. All right, Hazel. All right, Dan. How you doing, Hazel? All right. Are you been cleaning and cooking, Hazel? Oh, I'll do anything for somebody as wonderful as you, Dan. You're amazing. I know, Hazel. Lucky you got me, aren't you? I really am. You are such a sexy beast, Dan. You are so handsome and intelligent and wise and so daring. I think you're the best man ever. Thanks, Hazel. You're welcome. I'm off to do some cleaning now. Would you like me to make you some more tea? Yes, please, Hazel. And a nice sandwich. That'd be lovely, Hazel. See you in a bit. I'm off to do my wifely duties. And that's how it should be.
This crocodile's tooth is broken.
Dear. Do you remember Little Red?
Yes, I do.
Can you remember where Little Red came from?
The beach.
He was...
I can't remember what.
We didn't actually buy it. We found it on the beach, like most of the stuff that we get.
You did? I think you
No,
bought
we did. I did buy it. You did win it, I think. Yeah, you won it out of one of those fruit thing machines. Do you remember how it was? If this was the 758,000th last toy that you wanted for definite,
Yeah,
but no
you don't
more.
want any more.
But you've obviously done 757,000 toys since then.
A day.
But Christmas.
Don't start Christmas. Trying to get through this in a minute.
Pardon?
What Christmas? The red teddy you had at Christmas. You wanted a red teddy, and we went to see Father Christmas,
And it was.
and you got to pick a toy out of the toy shop. And
Oh,
it
that was
Father
a red teddy.
So it was clean.
That
just
was
for
a red
you.
teddy. But do you remember that Little Red?
Yeah.
Do you remember him?
Yeah.
Cool. Well, you happy with Little Red?
Yeah.
Don't lose him or leave him alone again. In there he was, pining. Willow, where's my Willow? He was Little Red. I'm Little Red, but you've left me for dead.
Favourite, where have you gone?
Yeah. I thought you didn't want any other toys after me. Clearly you did. Poor Little Red, left for dead in the shed. Apparently, I've been relegated to tea duties. Reason for relegation or said relegation? It's quite simple, really. Hazel doesn't even trust me with a hoover. I mean, with a hoover. That's exactly right, Fox. Have a look. Yes, she doesn't even trust me to hoover out a dilapidated old playhouse. So that really does tons for my confidence, doesn't it? Mind you, to be fair, I don't think many people would let me loose with anything that was electrical or remotely dangerous or mechanical, to be honest. And there's many a person out there who'll verify that. Pippa will definitely verify that, as will Daryl and Keith. Right, now I'm going to wait for that kettle to boil. I was once described by a very good friend. I was once described by Damon from Camper, Nina the Ambulance Camper, as I think it was the most helpless person he'd ever met in his life. I took that with great pride. That, you know what? Finally, I found something I could be recognised for and something I was great at. Being the most useless person that somebody's ever met in their life. Fear brought a tear to my eye, and that was a tear of happiness, not sadness. Anyway, I better get on with making this tea, otherwise Hazel will kill me. Tea. Pure bliss. Absolutely wonderful. That's lovely and set up now. And there can't be a cup of tea. Can't be a nice cup of tea. Now, things that we've been doing to entertain each other whilst everybody's been off and stuck at home. So Daryl from Camper Van Tales, Daryl and Keith, Daryl yesterday, he had an idea, and he, between himself, myself and Pippa from Worm's Eye View, we kind of did a quiz between ourselves, and each one had to set questions, but you obviously only got to ask a question if you won or you had the answer to the previous one. So that was quite good fun. It was quite a laugh. Really enjoyed it, and it felt like you were back in the company of friends, which is the most important thing. So that was one thing that we did. Hazel's been doing pretty much a similar thing with her friend or our friend online. They've been sort of messaging each other to and fro. Probably most of it just slating me, I would imagine. Whatever gets you through, I'm happy to oblige, whatever gets you through. Now, they've been messaging each other with these quizzes and stuff and incorporating me into them. So there's been an awful lot of quiz mastering going on, awful lot, which is good fun, and I'm enjoying that because it makes you feel connected, and I think that's what we need to do as social beings at the end of the day. And I would hope that everybody out there has got that contact. I hope everybody out there has got some form of contact to the outside world, you know, particularly people that are isolated and they're on their own and they live on their own for whatever reason, you know. I just hope that they're getting that contact, and it's not even like you can reach out to a lot of them. I mean, we're trying to reach out to people through the different sites that we're on and forums to make everybody included in it and get everybody included in it and go out. But you can only go out sporadically. Obviously, you don't want to go out too much because of what's happening, but as and when we go out, we all sort of check and pick up shopping and bits and bobs for each other we needed. I've said this yesterday, and that's good. But yeah, we need to remain social. We need to stay connected to each other. Otherwise, it's going to feel like an awful long time out there. Right, I'm going to get back to the grind now with these horrible kids. Speak to you in a bit. Got a filthy look then from Willow. Oh no, Willow, don't tell me. Surprise of all surprises, you're on your iPad again. But you've got Little Red with you this time. What are you watching? What are you playing?
Lorry.
Is it that truck game that you're playing, yeah?
Yeah.
Good. That's cool. The reason that they're playing this truck game is I was watching Van Solo. I quite like watching Van Solo. I wish he'd upload a lot more. I'm sure that he hasn't got the time, but he might have time now. But I wish he uploads a lot more because he was doing a live last night. And on his live, he was doing this game. It was driving a Euro truck, picking up loads, and it looked like a lot of fun. The kids love it. So thanks for that. Thanks for that, Mr. Van Solo. And please put up some more, because even though I didn't comment last night, I was completely glued to him watching this game because it was brilliant. I really enjoyed it. So I'm gonna download it for myself later and have a go at it. Is it fun, Willow?
Yeah.
Is it great?
Yeah.
Is it as fun as you thought it would be?
Yeah, I just drove all the way.
See, that's coming from a 9-year-old girl driving a great big Arctic. So,
Crashing into everything.
how'd you sit on the steering wheel? Do you use sort of cushions and stuff, or? Let's have a look. Show. Can't really see it. Show. Turn it around. No. So that's it there.
And then,
So there's the cab of the truck. And you got all your... It's pretty cool. So yeah, I'll be on that later. We'll have a competition. We'll see how many loads. And obviously the further you go, the more money it is. So
I'm on my second.
And then when you...
I keep thinking I have never ending money because I keep buying stuff like 1 million.
Sounds like your mum.
1 million stuff, and then I still have a lot of money.
Oh, that's cool. But you know that once you get to a certain point, you can start employing other drivers to work for you and get more money that way. So that's cool. So I'll be on that later.
When the playhouse is ready.
Is the playhouse ready?
Yeah.
All that hard work I put in.
The playhouse is ready, but Mummy's just sweeping off bits of cobweb.
Oh, fair enough. Make sure she's not sweeping up the spiders, though. She loves spiders like me. Right, guys, I think that's it. That's going to be it for the video for the day. I hope you enjoyed that. Ventures with Dan in the shed. Not potholing, but shed holing with Hazel. I don't know. I'll think of a title for it. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed that, and I'll speak to you very soon. Willow's on her iPad, and yeah, no change there then. See you later.
Mummy!